Episode 124, Hilarious Battle of Habits.
Let's dive into the hilarity of trying to break a bad habit, shall we? You know, breaking a bad habit is like trying to tickle yourself. It's nearly impossible and makes you look pretty silly. I mean, have you ever tried to quit biting your nails? It's like your brain is saying, hey, remember that thing you're not supposed to do? Yeah, do it. And you're just there, staring at your hands like, why are you betraying me, fingers? But breaking a bad habit is a lot like going on a roller coaster. At first, you're all excited, full of motivation, and thinking, this is going to be great. You're climbing that hill, feeling empowered, and then, bam! You hit the first loop, and suddenly you're spiraling out of control, just desperately trying to hold on to your newfound willpower. It's like being in a horror movie, except the villain is you, and the jump scares happen every time you reach for that forbidden cookie. And let's talk about the experts who try to help us break bad habits. They're like these well-intentioned superheroes who show up with their advice and motivational speeches, but sometimes, it feels like they're speaking a different language. They're like, just replace your bad habit with a good one. Yeah, sure. Instead of biting my nails, I'll take up extreme knitting or become an interpretive dancer. That'll fix everything. But here's the thing, breaking a bad habit is not just a physical battle, it's a mental game too. You have to outsmart your own brain, which is not an easy task. I remember trying to quit procrastinating, and I made this whole elaborate plan. I set up a strict schedule, organized my workspace, and even bought a motivational poster that said, just do it. But guess what? That poster became my favorite thing to stare at while I was avoiding work. It was like my brain was using it as a shield, going, see? We're doing something productive. We're admiring motivational art. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Breaking a bad habit can also lead to some unexpected benefits. Like, I used to have this terrible habit of scrolling mindlessly through social media for hours. But when I finally kicked that habit, I discovered that my thumb had developed superhuman scrolling abilities. I could scroll through my entire feed with lightning speed, so fast that I even got recruited by a thumb wrestling team. Turns out, my useless habit turned me into a champion. In the end, breaking a bad habit is like a challenging puzzle. You have to find the right combination of willpower, determination, and maybe a few self-bribes along the way. Just remember, laughter is the best medicine, so when you stumble and fall, embrace the ridiculousness of it all. And if all else fails, just laugh it off, because hey, at least it makes for a great stand-up comedy routine. So, let's talk about bad habits, shall we? You know, those little devils that cling to us tighter than our favorite pair of jeans after a big holiday feast. I've been trying to break a bad habit myself, and let me tell you, it's like wrestling an octopus with 4 extra tentacles. It's as challenging as trying to untangle a pair of earphones you found at the bottom of your bag. You know the ones I'm talking about, they're more twisted than a soap opera plot. But breaking a bad habit is a whole adventure on its own. It's like climbing Mount Everest, except the mountain is made entirely of potato chips and Netflix binge watching. You start off with good intentions, all motivated and pumped up, but then you realize that resisting temptation is harder than learning to do a TikTok dance. Let's take nail biting as an example. I used to be a serial nail biter, and I tried everything to kick the habit. I tried wearing gloves all day, but then I just looked like a germophobic mime. I even considered coating my nails in a substance that tasted worse than a kale smoothie with a dash of sour milk. But guess what? I still found myself chewing on my nails like they were the last chicken wing on earth. It's amazing how creative we become when we're trying to break a bad habit. I remember once, I decided to reward myself with a little treat every time I resisted the urge. Well, turns out I ended up replacing one bad habit with another. Suddenly, I found myself going for a midnight stroll to the fridge every time I successfully avoided my original bad habit. My fridge probably thought I was training for a marathon. But you know what's truly fascinating? The mind games we play with ourselves in an attempt to justify our bad habits. It's like we have a lawyer living inside our heads, arguing the case for why it's perfectly okay to hit the snooze button for the 10th time or to eat that extra slice of cake. Our inner lawyer can come up with more excuses than a politician caught in a scandal. And breaking a bad habit requires an incredible amount of willpower. It's like going on a diet while walking through a shopping mall food court. Every step feels like a battle against the universe conspiring to derail you. You've got that heavenly smell of freshly baked cinnamon rolls on one side and the judgmental eyes of a health food store on the other. It's like being caught between the devil and a vegan place. But you know what's truly inspiring? It's those success stories of people who actually managed to break their bad habits. It's like watching a superhero movie where the underdog triumphs against all odds. We celebrate their victories because we know the struggle they've been through. It gives us hope that maybe, just maybe, we too can conquer that bad habit that has been clinging to us like an ex who won't stop texting. So, my friends, let's raise a glass to all those battling their bad habits. So, breaking bad habits, huh? Let me tell you, it's like trying to hide your snacks from a pack of hungry squirrels. You know you shouldn't do it, but there's something so tempting about that bag of chips or that extra slice of cake. It's like they have their own gravitational pull, and no matter how hard you try, you just keep orbiting around them. I remember trying to break my own bad habit of procrastination. I thought, today is the day. I'm gonna be productive. But then, my favorite show released a new season on Netflix. And just like that, my plans were derailed faster than a cheetah chasing a cheeseburger. It's not just the temptation that makes breaking bad habits hilarious, it's the sheer determination we have to convince ourselves that we're in control. We start off with these grand declarations, like, I'm gonna exercise every day. But let's be real, exercising every day is about as likely as me winning a game of Twister against an octopus. And then there's the well-meaning advice from friends and family. They'll say things like, just replace your bad habit with a good one. Well, thank you, Captain Obvious. That's like saying, if you want to stop biting your nails, just start knitting sweaters. Yeah, because that's a totally normal transition. But here's the thing, breaking bad habits can be a roller coaster ride of emotions. 1 minute you're on top of the world, resisting that urge like a champ. And the next minute, you find yourself knee-deep in that forbidden habit, wondering how you got there. It's like falling into a black hole of self-control, where time slows down, and all you can think is, oops, I did it again. But hey, let's not beat ourselves up too much. Breaking bad habits is a process, and it takes time. And in the meantime, let's enjoy the humorous moments that come along the way. Because let's face it, life without a few bad habits would be like a comedy show without any punchlines. Boring. So, embrace your quirks, laugh at your slip-ups, and remember that we're all in this hilarious battle together. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go resist the urge to eat an entire tub of ice cream. Wish me luck. Thank you, and good night.
And that wraps up another laughter-filled episode of Not So Funny A. If you enjoyed the jokes generated by our AI algorithms, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our comedy-loving community.